So the government of Mali has arrested 4 employees of Canadian gold miner company from Barrick gold miner. This is reportedly related to financial crimes that they have committed. They are said to be senior officials from Barrick gold miner, which is a Canadian one. Now, this development, first of all, the news is this article is from the Sputnik Africa, which is owned by Russia. Let me just share that article with you. So this development came, as you know, amid the growing threat, not by Malian government, but not only by Malian, by Niger and Burkina Faso in their, struggle to assert a greater control over the country's natural resources, including a new mining code in Mali's case that grants the government greater ownership of gold concessions. As of now, Mali's government stake in gold mining company remains to be only 20%. Now, the article says 4 senior Malian employees of Barrick Gold, the world's second largest gold miner and one of Mali's top gold producers, have been arrested in Mali on charges of financial crimes, according to multiple Western media sources. Now, the arrest, which reportedly took place on Wednesday, come amid a broader shift in Mali's mining policy, which is aimed at increasing state control over gold revenue. Now, the government official confirmed arrests, while a second source also from the government said within the Malian mining sector identified the detainees as senior Barrick employees. Now, neither the Barrick gold miner nor the government of Mali has officially released a statement, except being a source for those who are publishing this article. Now, the government of Mali, led by Colonel Assimi Goïta, which took power in 2021 in June, it has proposed a new law which will enable the Malian government to have more stake. Currently, it has 20% stake in Barrick gold miner and also another Canadian B2B gold gold miner company. It has 20% in each of them, but they are trying to raise it to 35%. Now, the Mali's government has been in talk with the gold miners over proposed changes to its mining law that could see it boost state and private Malian interests in new projects to 35% from up to 20%, which is of today. Now, according to a draft of the new code that has been prepared by the Malian government. Now, the government announced the review of the mining code in January, and it said an internal audit had shown that Mali, one of Africa's biggest gold producer, was not receiving a fair share of profit while granting too many tax breaks. Now, Mali is the third largest gold producer in Africa, following Ghana and South Africa. In the world, Mali is, I think, 11th place, if I'm not mistaken. The first one is China, then Russia, Australia, Canada, United States, Ghana, Indonesia, Peru, Mexico, Uzbekistan, Mali, South Africa, Burkina Faso, and it continues. So Mali is on 11th at 11th place currently in the world. So that's what the government, not only the government of Mali, but also that's what is the Niger's government trying to do to have more ownership in their natural resources like uranium in the case of Niger. Also Burkina Faso has gold, so that's what also Burkina Faso is trying, not only raising the stake but also to get the payment of loyalty, raising it. So really these governments are doing well, because unless Africa is able to own back its own natural resource, most of it's operated, the mining or the extraction happens whether that country has an oil or mineral, the extraction happens by a foreign company or foreign governments. One of it's because not only lack of capacity and finance, but also there's a lack of technology. So in fact, there are not so many students or people who are, studying mining. We see a lot of Africans going outside of Africa to study something, but we don't see them really studying mining, because you really have to have people trained in mining. I remember there was this one, I think it's a guy from South Africa. It's the Western people who are studying this, but they don't have the natural resource. They come and to extract it, whether it's from Africa or other countries, and they set up these firms, mining companies. Is there any African mining company? Maybe there is, but I'm sure it's not more than a handful of mining company that is really operating in Africa, if there is one with its full potential. Okay, so there are a lot of challenge. We ourselves also, when we get a chance to study something, we don't really because I'm saying this, I really don't want to point my to say one of those journalists or whatever to come and every time criticize or imperialists this and that, colonizers. We also have to be accountable for our own fault. There are things that we need to do, or have we done our own homework before pointing our finger at others? So there are a lot of things to set up those departments for students to go and study not only agriculture, but what about the natural resource? Then we have no right to blame these foreign companies if we don't have that technology, if we don't have the money to do it, and this and that. Why should we blame them? Are we ready even to do it, or are we just saying, okay, leave our countries, then what? This is why somebody may ask or might ask, why not 100%? No, then you have to be able to do it by yourself. That country, the state, have to be able to do it 100% by itself. But is it ready? No. So those are the things that we need to look at. But anyway, so the news is these 4 officials have been arrested. So there are 2 mining companies from Canada. There are many, actually a dozen of gold mining companies that are currently operating in Mali, like from the largest to the lowest: Barrick Gold, B2 Gold, I Am Gold, Allied Gold. So the first 2, Barrick and B2 Gold, are number 1 and number 2 in the world, the largest gold mining companies also in the world. And those are also the same mining companies owned by the Canadian government, are also the one who are, in the top 2 who are operating in Mali. Anyway, folks, that was it that I wanted to share with you. So let us know in the comment section, what do you think of this? The arrest, and also African governments not having not having a qualified people to do the work, not only finance. Is it right every time, blaming also our government not for not having 100%, for not owning our natural resources without really preparing ourselves to do so? Please share your views. That was it for now, and I'll see you on the next one. Please go ahead and subscribe to the channel, give it a like, and share the video. You can further support us through our PayPal account. You can find it in the description section. Thank you again, and bye-bye.